Dripped up and dripped out. Know what I'm talking about. Welcome to the chop shop. Chop shop.
Yo, what's going on, good brother? It's Flip Money, and how can I help you?
Yeah, I was getting ready to go see this Captain Marvel movie, and I've been knowing about Nick Fury, and he disappeared. So I just want to get a back story about Nick Fury, who he is, and some of the questions I had and concerns and actually wonders about this character. So the first thing I want to ask y'all about, not on his history, was he a super soldier of some sort? Because I know like they started him in the comic books that he was like in the military, like in World War I, but then he kind of like did the same thing as Steve Rogers. They moved him up to present day. It's like is it some type of gap or something that I'm missing out? Like when he first started.
I mean, it was different
Look,
versions of Nick Fury.
Nick Fury is supposed
Yeah,
to be a title,
right. It
not an
was different
actual.
version of them.
Yeah,
Mm.
Okay, so,
So,
so the actual name Nick Fury is not the person; it's actually a title for a role that
yeah,
they play.
yeah. The leader of Shield.
Okay,
hmm
so when Nick Fury first came out, the first Nick Fury was based in the World War I.
hmm yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so what Shield that's before Shield or that's during Shield or that's after Shield.
The
That
beginning
was
of Shield.
Okay, so that's when they first established Shield.
No, the Shield wasn't established yet.
Okay, so
Shield didn't get established till with Tony Stark father and what's her name, Agent Carter.
yeah, with
hmm
Agent Carter,
Yeah,
but
that was
when
in
Hank Pym
that
and
was
up
around.
there too,
Huh?
when Hank Pym and something as well.
No, that's
I got
TV.
a question.
hmm
But
Did they re
I
did they
mean, Nick.
reintroduce Nick Fury for movie purpose? You know what I'm saying, preference or whatever?
Nah. Well, when you talking about what the one that you see now? Because like we
Yeah.
just said, it was several different Nick Fury. Like what he just said, it was just a title, a symbol. And was he like the first Captain America? Yeah, he did have. As time went on, they did gave him powers. And as every comic book, they give him, they take it away, they reintroduce him and make him as something, making a little different, whatever. Like the same thing with his Nick Fury eye get cut and all that other stuff. Wolverine did that.
Same
Wolverine
thing
had
with the Joker.
right, and as time goes on, they continue on changing the storyline, and yeah, of course they reiterated him or whatever. Samuel L. Jackson did that. Well, what Samuel L. Jackson did when they shoot or whatever, they wanted them to make him black or whatever. That just happened so that I think one of the artists like the Samuel L. Jackson, and it came out, and he started looking like Samuel L. Jackson a little. So when they came out with the movie, they just start making him look more like Samuel L. Jackson and stuff. Samuel L. Jackson seen it. Like even in the comic book, it made a joke for Samuel L. Jackson Jackson knew that that the comic character looked like him a little, whatever. It was a joke in the comments saying if I ever have a movie, I would want Samuel L. Jackson to play me, whatever. So yeah, it felt like this was a long time. They had this idea in their head for a while before you see it on the big screen and seen it in comics today. Because there's two different ones. There's two different ones that was like Samuel L. Jackson stuff. One of them, I believe, Savage was his kid, right? One of them was his kid or something like that. Savage, I think it
Yeah,
was. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think one of them was was the character in the comic book that is was his child or something like that picked up the mantle because he
Well,
also not only that he
and
also
in
became
another comic book, the title of Nick
he also
Fury was like these kids that was trained as super soldiers,
hmm
and all of them was
hmm
named Nick Fury, just like the Winter Soldier.
mm,
right because Nick Fury picked up the mantle with Captain America also.
Yeah, one of the Nick Furies picked
So
up the like, Captain America mantle. A lot of people picked up the Captain America mantle, but my favorite one was
yes,
Frank
sir.
Castle.
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
can I ask
Hey,
y'all a question?
hey, hold on. Beforehand, so I got to know about this here. So what was the difference between a white Nick Fury and a black Nick Fury? Because
Ooh,
and
that's
they
a good
both
one.
came out
That's
on
a
the
good one.
same. They both had like the same similar timeline.
Okay,
Or
wait a minute, hold on.
Go ahead, break it down.
Which white Nick Fury are you talking about? The actual human or the robot?
The actual human robot and him and
All right. That Nick Fury and the black Nick Fury, they were supposed to be raised as brothers in that program.
Right.
Because it's supposed to be like a shield and it's supposed to be like a top secret division of shield. The black Nick Fury run the regular division of shield and the white one run the top secret one.
Okay, so they both existing at the same time.
Yeah. Like I said, it's more than just them two.
Yeah. It depends on like what issue you.
It's depending on what situation you have. That's depending on which Nick Fury they're gonna have to deal with that problem.
The level.
You know what I'm saying? That's far as the comic books, not far as the MCU is probably gonna be Samuel Jackson.
Yeah.
They're not gonna deviate from and start confusing people with different Nick Fury.
Exactly.
Right. So if they make a Nick Fury movie, most likely, if anything, they might.
They might show the program that he was in, and they was training Nick Fury, and he might be the only one that graduated or some shit, or the only one that survived.
Because of Samuel L. Jackson, and he played in the MCU, it may just be just him that they just go with. Instead of confusing people, oh, there's a white one and the black. You gotta also realize the casual. It's all about the casual. Like they write the storyline from the movies, and the comic books follow the movie. Now that's so, like Thanos. All Thanos already got a storyline.
Come on.
But then they rewrite it again in the movie.
Come on.
And add.
You know what I'm saying? Like I done read all of them Thanos comic books, and to tell you the truth, Infinity War is a good ass movie. I'm gonna be honest, but it don't have nothing on the comic. It don't
add up.
Long.
Shit, no, it don't add up.
I mean, that's probably why they're doing it that way, to give it a different vibe, I guess.
Right.
You know, to keep you from knowing everything. You know how that's why I think they change a lot of stuff, because they know people that read all the comic books and they want to have something fresh and something different.
See, but see, this is the thing that I try to tell people when it comes down to the comic book. Long as you gotta look at it like this, I don't have a problem with them, because if Warner Brother and Disney is allowing them to do this, it's from the comics or whatever, you really can't get mad, because now you gotta look at these movies as comic books. I'm saying, like, okay, you see how they
just a different version of it's a different universe in Marvel. It's a different universe in DC. That's all it is. It's just the movie version. So people can't really get mad at, oh, this not following this storyline. It's not following this storyline. I'm even guilty of it. You know what I'm saying? I got pissed off.
We all. Everybody on this show have did that before. Go ahead.
It's not because it ain't what we used to, but the people who don't read comic books, this all new to them. They don't know shit about them storylines.
No, they don't.
I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So they have free will to do what the fuck they want. You know what I'm saying? No matter how bad the hardcores be like, well, they didn't do this, they didn't do that. That's what they throw in them. You know what I'm saying? They throw shit in there for us.
But see,
that only we gonna pick up on.
But see, this the funny thing about it. That they don't pay attention to it. The people who is changing this, making these changes, are the people that run the comic book company. And that's the thing that people don't understand now. No, they're doing it. It ain't like there's somebody else that's doing movies and stuff. Say like Sony want to change this and this and this in the movie, whatever, or don't follow the comic book. No, these are the people that make the comic book. So it's like hand in hand. So you can't really get mad if that's what they decide to do. Can't get mad. Who own Marvel? Disney. Who own DC? Warner Brothers. So you can't get mad.
Right, and I kind of go with the movie versus being the most canon anyway, because that's where they spend the most money and make the most money. So you gotta follow the money trail.
I wouldn't necessarily go that far.
Fury, though.
Yeah,
I got a question. Do y'all